Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial video on Excel for SockSci 3A, and I think we had a really good time going through these tutorial sheets here. Last time we did the first three and they worked out great, so now we're going to just keep going. We get a little faster, we're a little more familiar with Excel. So let's do that. Once again, let's see. Click and drag around. Select the two rows of cells from item to 20. All right. Next, Control C. Oh, bam. Click the yellow cell. Oh. I'm gonna get to paste specials. One of these. Paste. Click here, and it says in the Home tab. They'll go up here, Home. We'll see Paste Special for transpose. Right here. Now I think what this is going to do is going to reverse. Now this is a matrix, right? And what it should do, it should swap the columns and the rows. Right? It did. So what was the rows are now columns. What were columns are now rows. Very convenient. Let's go down for a little more information. Transpose with a formula. Let's check this out. Since you select the opposite, two rows is okay. So what we're saying here is we're doing a fancy transpose with a formula. So what we're going to do is, has 6 columns, 2 rows. So we're going to select 2 rows and 6 columns. Right? Yeah, here we go. But this still selected. Type the following. So when you hit equals, it's going to go up into this formula bar. Right? So hit equals. Bam. You see how that equal sign is showing up here? Now when I'm typing, it should show up here. Transpose C33 H34. Now remember, this is a range. So, so C33 is right here. It's where item is. And H34 is where the 20 is. So we're actually taking the upper left and the bottom right corners, and we're going to swap these. We're not pressing enter yet. So I typed in the full formula. And we're going to do Control Shift Enter. This is an array formula. Okay. See, that formula never changes in the formula box. This is an array formula. What's an array formula? Can perform a calculation where one cell in an array. And the array is the original data. Transpose to a vertical function. You can always finish an array formula, Control Shift Enter, and that's just enter. Calculates the function against the array. Right. So if you recall, I first highlighted this, and when they were highlighted, they typed in the function. I'm sorry, the yellow ones. You're highlighting the yellow ones. Right? The selected cell is part of an array formula. Here's something that sometimes I try stuff like this, where I'll see those brackets up here. See the curly braces at the beginning and end. Sometimes I'll try to type those myself. Probably not the best attempt. But as a programmer, I'm always trying to hack it to make it do what I want. The computer, that is. So what you're saying here is, man, I am sick as a dog. And I've got tea, I've got water, I've got cough drops. you name it. So can't. But he put so if you do the Control Shift Enter instead of just a normal enter when you're entering your array formula, it'll put those curly braces in. Okay, and you can read more about this here. So we're going to the next one: sort and filter. Bam. Okay. We're going to work our way through these tabs. So let's say you want to departments in alphabetical order. Click in the department column and click Home, Sort, and Filter. Click A to Z. So I click in the department column, right? And I go to Home. I click that. I'm looking across the top. Sort and Filters all the way down here. Let's do that. Sort A to Z. So the bakeries, delis, meats, and produce. We all know meat should come first, right? Okay. So let's take a look at this. Sort December amounts from largest to smallest. Okay, so we go to December, click December, and we're going to go to Sort and Filter, and we're going to do Sort largest to smallest. Sort and Filter. Largest to smallest. There you go. Now you'll filter the data so only the bakery rows appear. Okay. So Control A to select all the cells. Control A. Bam. Then click Home, Sort and Filter, Filter. Okay, so sort and filter, and we're going to filter. The filter buttons appear in the top row. Oh, I'm sorry. There we are. Just go show bakeries. Beautiful. How about that? Okay, try sorting alphabetically by 2 columns. First sort, then click Home Custom Sort. Okay, first. Okay, so let's, first of all, what we're going to do is come in here and we're going to select everybody. Okay. Then we're going to do this extra credit here. We're going to sort by 1 row and 1 column. And then we're going to sort by a second one, a subsort. I like this idea. So we're going to sort the department alphabetically, and then we're going to then click on Home, right? Home, Sort, Custom Sort, and we're going to add a level. Then by December, from small to largest to smallest. Bam. Excellent. We can sort by color. Wow, okay, so sort the dates order. Right click a date, right click it, and we're going to do sort oldest to newest. Bam. Okay, excellent. Click it, right click yellow cell, sort. This is great. Yep. There we go. Excellent. On the hotel cell, okay, so we go to here, right? And then what we're going to do is click number filters above average. And these give only, so it first calculates the average amount of the hotel, and it shows only the rows with amounts greater than that average. Very convenient to have some of these functions, honestly. But as a programmer, I never deal with this stuff. Social scientists, eat your hearts out. This is what's floats your boat. Okay, let's see. Mostly what I would do would be, if I had data, it would just be big, huge, tremendous tables of numbers, and I might be doing statistical learning over it. But for looking at it and analyzing it by hand using a tool like Excel, not really. Okay, so let's see here. Now add a second filter on the food cell. Click the filter button. Bam. And then click number filters greater than, and we're going to type 25. Okay, there we are. Show for where food is greater than 25. All right. Bam. Excellent. Very easy to do that sorting. Let's take a look at the next tab. Let's see, tables. All right, let me make sure that we're not getting out of hand here. Time-wise, we still got plenty of time. All right, so let's talk about tables. Click the inside right. Insert table, okay. Click inside data, okay. Click insert. All right, table. And this is going to automatically select C5, which will be the upper left-hand corner, and G13, which will be the lower right. And it also says it has headers, so it's probably going to grab these headers right here for the data. Damn, I was right. Not now. Well, you can discover more, but we're not going to deal with that right now. We're just doing tables. Ah. So one thing about the table, it's a little easier to read. In the empty cell underneath meat. Okay, right there. Type some text. Okay, some text. Ah, it was added to the table because you can see it is now highlighted. Okay, we can resize this puppy. Oh, look at that. Next. Place the cell, select the cell under total. Press Alt equals. Bam. Look at that. Oh, it did all of them. This is the kind of things about Excel that make a programmer smile. Let me tell you a little bit about Excel development, how Excel occurred. Out of all of the Office apps, Excel was by far the most important to Microsoft. In fact, they had different teams that were developing the Excel application from the Word application, right? And what would happen is when, this is in the early 2000s, when the teams were developing new versions of these Office apps, the teams, less prestigious teams, would do their work and then give their work to the team that depended on their work to do the next step. And that team at Microsoft would look at the work and they would throw it away. And they would do their work, and they would do all of the team's work whose work they threw away because they thought they could do it better and faster. And they could, in general. And then they would pass their work up to the next team, who would do the same thing. And so it would get all the way to the root team of Word. Now, Word, you figure, is a very important program. And they would write all the stuff that they could, throw everyone else's code away. But guess what? The Word people would turn over their code to the Excel team. And the Excel team threw their stuff out and rewrote their stuff. In fact, the original spell checker in Word, and I was checking the grammar in a spell checker. It was actually written by the Excel team. It was actually a part of Excel. And a lot of these applications use internal components that are shared between them. But they all actually kind of grew out of what the Excel program was, and the things that the Excel programmers did in order to make their application, and everyone else kind of piggybacked off of them. And they were the real core of the development team in the early 2000s, as far at Microsoft, as far as the Office apps go. Okay, enough about that little bit of computer science. Let's move on. Okay, select any cell of the table on the right. Top of the Excel, Table Tools Design tab. Table Tools Design tab. Ah, there it is. See how that shows up? Okay, let's click it. Click total row. Okay. Ah. Look at that. It adds a total row. Oh, look at that. You can change it from a total to be these other things. Variance. Oh, okay, maybe not. Standard deviation. Sum. Min. Max. Look at these values up here. This is the formula that's being run, right? So if I select average, right? Let's see. Awesome. 24,000. Ah, very convenient. You can learn a little bit more about tables, but those seem very convenient for presentation, for viewing, for adding totals and other kinds of statistical measures to this little convenient thing. Seems incredibly useful. Certainly. Something that I will never use. Okay, let's move on to the next one, drop downs. Okay, let's start a drop down list. Okay, so now if someone's filling out something, you might want them to pick from a drop down list. How do you do that? Okay. Click and drag to select the yellow cells. Okay. On data, click data validation. No, yeah, data validation's right here. Click allow. List. In the source box, type produce. Look at that. Now people can pick from. There's 3 options. Excuse me, guys. I've been sick. My throat's really bothering me. But I know you guys need to see these videos. So just bear with me in my throat. I'm sorry about this. About 20 minutes is all I can handle at a time for these videos. But I'm going to finish this drop down. And then I'm going to take a break for my throat for a little bit. And I'll come back and I will get a little further. It says best practices for drop down lists. All right. Column F, click a cell. Department. Create a table. Okay, Control T. Bam, we have a table. Hit OK. In column D, okay, there we are. You go to data validation. So remember, what we're doing here is look at that. I like this a lot because what this does is it takes your data validation, like you're saying the data can only be of these 3 types. And so when you're giving them this select from these types, what you're basically doing is you're forcing validation on data. It's only going to be one of these 3, nothing else. And what this does is this moves that out of the internals of selecting that box somewhere else so you can edit it. For example, if I can come in here and I can say, you know, it shouldn't be meat anymore, it should be meat, right? Yeah, something like that. Interesting that this one's still the old meat. But maybe I can change it that way. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. I hope you liked these sheets that I went through. You know, this tutorial, super easy. I highly recommend it. I'm really going to use this probably for the remainder of the videos. Thanks for your time and your patience. I will get them up as my throat, you know, as I can. All right, thanks guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.